Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of this Manchester United Save. It's episode number 12, it's season 2. And yeah, we got off to a decent start in the Premier League, winning 2-1 against Chelsea. We played a game off camera against Everton. We also won that one 3-1. And now we have the task of taking on Newcastle United on deadline day, August the 31st. So we can potentially make it 3 out of 3 in the Premier League. So that'll be 9 points out of 9. We still haven't had the Champions League draw just yet. So we got to play this match first before we get our Champions League group phase underway. But yeah, we made a few signings, 2 to be exact, or 3 if you want to include Euro from the pre-contract agreement at the end of last season. So yeah, we bought in Jeremy Frimpong for the amount of 45 million. We also bought Gimaresh for 60 million plus Donny van der Beek. But if you want to include Harry Maguire, it was technically 50 million plus Harry Maguire and Donny van der Beek. We also sold Mason Greenwood, Diallo, using some of the profit, putting it towards the leftover budget. We loaned out a few faces from our scouting pool of youth players, and then a few United real life youth players have gone out on loan. So I feel like we've had a successful summer in getting out Deadwood. Also a successful summer in bringing in players that will definitely move the system forward. So currently these are the players that will be working really hard in order to try and earn a new contract at Manchester United this year. So Eriksen, he's on his final 10 months, same with Facundo Pellistri, Will Fish, who we've already got up for sale, Alvaro Fernandez, who seems to be a decent backup left back. You can do a job from time to time, but whether we can trust him, I mean, we can give him a few run-ins in the Carabao Cup if we last, and if he does last until January, if we do go on a decent run in the FA Cup, maybe we can use him there as well, and maybe in the Premier League, because in the last episode we had to sub him on because Malacia was out due to poor fitness, so he may get a look in here and there due to my issues with the whole training schedule. He might actually find a way into the first team because of my neglect of some of the players' stamina or some of the players' sharpness. We got other players that are gonna enter their final year after the season, so even Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Varane, and Lindelof. So we still have huge decisions to make in terms of handing out contracts. So I'm going to fast track a match in this episode. I'm not going to waffle too much in the menu before you guys get some gameplay. So it's the 31st of August. After this match, the deadline day will be operating. So I want to get a victory over the line and then assess whether we need to bring 1 or 2 more players into the squad. Because so far, I'm quite content, but content doesn't defend the Premier League title. Content doesn't defend the European title. So we still have big decisions to make. I know we got off to a flying start, but are we going to rest on our laurels? Are we going to be satisfied for what we have? I mean, yeah, we've got some decisions to make. That's all I gotta say. So Newcastle United, Man United, we're obviously going to be starting Højlund up top because of his great form in front of goal. I don't think I'm going to change the starting 11, of course. Martinez is injured, so we're going to have to figure out who's going to fill in for him for this particular game. Okay, here we go. First half on the way now. Man United versus Newcastle, live from Old Trafford. We're off the back of 2 victories in the league. Let's make it 3 out of 3. Newcastle, they're not one to take lightly, as you already seen in the menu. They got the likes of Goretzka in their side, so they know how to attract good players. They may have a few more good players on the bench waiting to come on. So let's try to dominate the game from start to finish and actually take our chances. Got Casemiro on the ball. I'm going to switch that play to Malacia. Come on, referee handball, Trippier. Keep your hands to yourself. We're having a pop from here. Why not? Why the hell not? Bruno Fernandes stands over this free kick. Try curve it round the wall. Oh, Pope makes a meal of that. Spills the ball. Oh, tried to play it back into the centre. There's a mediocre cross, if you ask me. 26 minutes gone. There's only the 1 shot on target from the Bruno free kick. And Anthony winning the ball high up the pitch for us. We can hit them on the break potentially. Fernandes, Anthony, early cross in, back post. Marcus Rashford arriving late, and he hits it into the bottom left corner at the near post of Nick Pope. Marcus Rashford, when he puts his mind to it, he can really be a wonder off the left-hand side. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way we transition. We look like a really aggressive side in trying to get the ball back. Something that we weren't showing on the pitch last season. And I feel like the hunger and the desire is there. Come on. Well done. 1-0 from our boys busting a gut, winning the ball back. Doesn't matter what position you're playing. Every player is a defender on this pitch. That's what I tell my boys on the training ground. All 11 men are defenders. You have to defend this goal, and you also have to attack too. Look at this. Philosophy coming together as Newcastle United are trying to put an end to my rhetoric. Here's Almiron. Oh, Almiron finds a way to get a shot off. Onana protects the goal. Go on, son. Let's go. Let's go. Hit them on the counter. Anthony's got the pace. Anthony's got the pace. You've got Højlund coming up. Is Højlund going to be a viable option? I don't think so. Anthony's going to have to go alone. He still misses. He still has his shot saved. I aim across the keeper with a bit of power. But Nick Pope, he was ready. He was ready. But I don't think Anthony was. It's 1-1. I think that's what I was saying to Emery on the touchline just now. Venting on how it's not 2-0 yet. 35 minutes on the clock. Got a corner kick. Bruno smashes this one and cleared out by Goretzka. Gimaresh takes it down. I tried to volley it first time. Didn't come out the way I envisioned. Oh, Casemiro burst into the box. Cross it. No luck there. Rashford, second attempt. Oh, Trippier gets it out. I thought it was going to land perfectly for the Brazilian on that back stick. Got Harvey Barnes, don't let him through the gap. I already knew what he was planning to do. Let's go. Jeremy Frimpong. 38 minutes on the clock. Coming right back at them. It's just relentless pressure. Going to drill the ball into Højlund. Højlund gets the ball under control, but Pope, again, pulls off a magnificent save. A save he should not be making. It remains 1-0. Newcastle United, they're not going to give up now. They're not going to give up. They can't give up now. After the effort the keeper has put in. Bruno, he's not going to stop. Attempted to put a nice ball into the box. Tap Super on the end of it. And unfortunately for the Burkina Faso international, he couldn't direct it goalwards enough. He did make a good connection. Free header. Another chance gonna miss. The idea didn't come off right. We've got Almiron down this right hand side for Newcastle. Almiron been fairly quiet. Got Longstaff. Goretzka. Imagine that Goretzka in the midfield with Longstaff. Oh, Harvey Barnes with an opportunity at this stroke of half time. Oh, Nana again has to make another save. Falling asleep at the back again. Jeremy Frimpong needs to be watching Barnes. He really does. Barnes coming forward. Well done, Frimpong. Covers quite well. Anthony's also helping him out, which is good. Barnes into Longstaff. Longstaff shifts the ball onto his left foot. Takes a long shot outside the box, which is pretty easy for Onana to deal with. They keep shooting from outside the box like that. Haven't got much to worry about. So 3 substitutions being made for us. Marcus Rashford, Frimpong and Højlund. They're being bought off for Garnacho, Martial, and we're also bringing on Diogo Dalot. Come on, man. Goretzka, top-notch jockey in there. Can't believe that. Oh, Casemiro's been done by a little shimmy. Gimaresh weren't having that. Gimaresh weren't having that. Lovely stuff from our central midfielder. Anthony, let's go. Let's go, Anthony. Cut on the inside. Anthony, left foot strike. Oh, Pope with the save. 74 minutes on the clock. It remains 1-0. Gimaresh keep it in. Oh. Finale on the ball. Joelinton's onside. Joelinton takes a shot. Going on, deal with that. Shouldn't have even made it a close call there. He just needs to stop doing that. He just needs it, because I would sell him. I don't care if he has a good season. I'll sell him for dodgy things like that. One of these days, we're going to get punished because he's parrying shots willy-nilly. Ooh, Malacia, early cross. Oh, no, Mount. That's what I wanted. I wanted Mount. What's wrong with the crossing on this game? It's irritating. You can't do early crosses. They just assume you want back sticks. Not every day back sticks. Flipping hell, man. 6 minutes to go. Well done, Varane. Quick reactions there. Being closed down. Martial, why are you running to me? Running behind. Like, what kind of behavior? Who's teaching these people this? I want to know who's teaching them this. Because this is not my philosophy. This is not my instructions I set. Don't run to me if you're a striker. Run beyond the defense. I've got the ball with a good playmaker. Run beyond the defense. It's Martial's problem. Almiron. Oh, come on, man. We shouldn't be dealing with things like this late on. We shouldn't be dealing with it. We shouldn't. We really shouldn't. Trippier. Come on. Get the ball out. The pressure's on us now. 2 minutes added on. Martial, press the guy. Press the guy that's on the ball. What's he doing? He runs in a circle before he starts pressing. mucking about. Look at this. What's this referee doing? I'm sure 2 minutes is up. So, I need to have a word with them. We don't get the same etiquette as the opposition. As soon as it hits the time, as soon as the time is up, whistle's blown. Doesn't matter if I'm on the break. It doesn't matter. Oh, God, man. I'm under so much pressure. It's hard. It's hard being me right now. But we won 1-0. And we clearly didn't make it easy for ourselves. Marcus Rashford with the lone goal at that back stick. And what's up with this game and the crossing and the back stick? What's the obsession? I want it in the center. Let's head off into the menu, man. Guys, you guys need to listen carefully when I say this. There's levels to this. There is levels to this. When you win the Premier League, yeah, the way we done it, people are going to have a lot of things to say. They're going to say a lot of stuff about our system, man, and the way we won the Premier League. They're going to say a lot about the way we won the Champions League. But the only way to set everyone straight, to prove all the doubters wrong, is to go and do it again. And there's levels to this. In order to go and do it again, you need to have the players that have the mentality. You need to have the creme de la creme. And Victor Osimhen, I'm telling you, if we bring him in, the difference that he will make in our final third, he's going to be a problem. I'm telling you, there's levels to this. There's a difference between winning something and going on to retain it time and time again. And I know this is the signing. This is the signing that's going to turn Man United's fortunes around. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to spend 117.8 million out of our 133 million. I'm sure this risk is going to be worth it. Bear with me, trust the process. Let's enter negotiations. Okay, Victor Osimhen, come to my office. Him and his agent, they're always welcome. I'm going to hash out a deal here. And yeah, we're going to try to keep the wages quite similar to Football Manager. I love Football Manager, so we're going to emulate a few things here and there. These wage demands, they're too generous. So he wants to be a crucial player. Victor Osimhen, he ain't even got his mask on. See, he's a true gentleman. He comes very formal. I see a lot of clips. Of him sitting down with people with his mask on. See, with me, he comes correct. 4 years, we're gonna slap that on him. Slap that contract on the table, man. Sign it already. This. I'm telling you, we need to protect this guy at all costs when we sign him. We need to protect him at all costs. Defenses, they're gonna go all out trying to get this guy injured. They already worked really hard to get Martinez injured at the start of the season. 1.5 million, 700k signing bonus. The Glazers are gonna hate me, but I'm trying to secure our future at the top of European football. So here we go. 117.8 million spent on Victor Osimhen. That's our record signing since taking over Manchester United. Welcome to Old Trafford. So deadline day has passed, and we've given Victor Osimhen the kit number 25. Not because of his age, it was the best one that was free. We're not going to do that to Martial. We're not going to do him dirty. Ibrahimovic already done him dirty, so we can't do it to him twice. We can't sell him anti-Martial, as you guys already know. We've hit our limit of first team players to sell, but we can slowly seed him out of the squad. And as you already know, Victor Osimhen, he's going to come with a lot of expectations. I feel like him being our number one striker and Højlund being behind him should definitely be an incentive for Martial to get the hint. Or maybe buck up his ideas and actually start working hard for the team. It doesn't hurt to have 3 strikers that are clinical and lethal in a side, especially if you are trying to go on all fronts and trying to actually win every trophy or go for every piece of silverware. So yeah, we got the likes of Højlund, Martial and Osimhen. Let me know in the comment section below if you are happy with that signing, because I know there was a lot of people. I like to call you guys my directors of football. I had a lot of people in the backroom staff working hard, trying to pinpoint the right striker for this rebuild. And you guys have done it. You guys get a raise. Not forget the coaches. Forget the coaches that I got. They're useless. You guys get a raise, because without you guys, this deal doesn't happen. This deal doesn't get put forward. And we also got to thank the likes of Jadon Sancho and Aaron Wan-Bissaka for leaving. They could have done a Harry Maguire, made things a lot more difficult than it needed to be, but they just left. But the moment I went like, they left. Kapoof. Okay, we're in Group A yet again, 2 years running. But it consists of Galatasaray. Again, we got them, Villarreal, and Victoria Plzen. I feel like we should definitely, we have to be on top. by the end of this group, by the end of match day 6. We need to be on top. We just about qualified for the knockout phase last year due to goal difference, and that was at the expense of Galatasaray. So maybe they have a battery in their back to actually do us dirty. Maybe who knows? Who knows what could happen? But I am expecting my boys to go on the Blitz Group A. Next up, we have a game against Manchester City. We're going to be visiting the Etihad Stadium, where Victor Osimhen could potentially make his debut. He's not going to start though. He's definitely not going to start. He isn't match sharp enough. So we're going to have to swap him out for Højlund. And the likes of Varane is obviously going to be involved despite his lack of fitness. We're just going to go with what's in front of us, except Højlund's going to start instead of Osimhen. I need to be really prepared. So just like the Newcastle game, we're going to fiddle around with these things in the menu, get these players up to par. We already know the system for Manchester City. In fact, let's check their stats to see how they've got on so far. Not really much going on in front of goal for them. Average ratings, best performing players. I doubt they're going to include or involve Kovacic. I still ain't seen him in the City shirt since I started the save. Grealish, he's a problem. Ederson might be in good form. So, yeah, I feel like we could definitely take it to them. Let's try to make it 4 out of 4. It'll be the first time in the series that we won 4 matches in a row at the start of a campaign. So we need to get these positive habits going. So, yeah, without further ado, we're going to do some training. We're going to do the press conference, and then we're going to meet up at the Etihad Stadium. Okay, here we go, live from the Etihad. The game's about to get underway. This is a monster clash between two heavyweight giants in English football at this current moment in time in the modern game. So far, we've got a good head-to-head against them in the Premier League. We're 2 for 2. We won back-to-back Premier League matches last season against them. Can we get off to a flying start in this new campaign? Manchester City, former league champions, up against the current champions who are trying to defend it. And speaking of defending, we've got a bit of defending to do right here. Onana protecting his near post, looking really fragile down that left hand side. So we've opted for Luke Shaw instead of Malacia, and as you guys already know, Højlund will be up top instead of Osimhen, who's definitely going to be itching to get involved in the action. As a first bit of a spell of possession, and Luke Shaw's gone on, giving it up to Bernardo Silva as Ruben Diaz. Ireland into Rodri. Well done, Casemiro. Picks the ball off of Rodri. The centre circle. Got Anthony down this right hand side up against Nuno Mendes. Here's Casemiro. Sees a squared ball from the wing. Shaw. Casemiro again. Press from Man City's forcing us back. But we are edging forward slightly. There we go, Guimaraes. City do have the numbers defensively. Got, Frimpong on the edge of the box, right foot strike across the face of the goal. It's going with the Trivela technique. And Ederson, he did have his angles covered. But let's go. Oh no, I thought the challenge was on for Casemiro. Not really doing well, retaining the ball. McCarthy, Haaland, dummies it, falls into Jack Grealish. Ball cut back, Haaland with the shot again. We're allowing Manchester City to enter our penalty area and not even just enter. They're getting deep into our box, trying to cut it back. Need to be really alert at that near post. Oh, come on, Højlund. I'm short for the combinations. Relentless pressing from Man City. Wish we were pressing in numbers like this. Ball hoofed up the pitch. Kanji completely bodies Anthony in the centre circle, takes it down on his chest. City are going to come back forward. Haaland in the penalty area. Got Grealish. Haaland. Oh, ball into Makati. He gets a shot off, and Onana again soaking up pressure for United, helping us survive this wave of attacks. Still 0-0. Bernardo Silva enters the penalty area. I know he's looking for a cutback. Eventually, Man City get another shot. Come on, man. What is Onana doing? What is Onana doing? There was not enough power behind the shot to suggest that he needed to parry the Erling Haaland with a simple tap-in. Really shocking stuff. They're doing the Poznan mad early on. And I don't blame them. They've been on us from start up until this point. And our new boy on the bench is probably thinking, what has he got himself into? If we're defending like this, how is he supposed to bag 20 plus goals and it be meaningful? Erling Haaland strikes. It's his first goal in the campaign. Bruno Guimaraes. Rashford. Just haven't got time on the ball. Haven't got the time that we normally have on the ball. Akanji. Mendes. City just moving this ball around really well. Players just need to wake up, man. Well done, Varane. Guimaraes into Rashford. Rashford up against Cancelo. It's in a foot race with the Portuguese fullback. Rashford goes on the inside. Is anyone there to show some support? No. Got Guimaraes on the cutback. Guimaraes gets the ball out of his feet, tries to finesse it into opposite corner. And unlucky for him, he doesn't get the shot in between the sticks. Ederson did look beaten. And Haaland is booked for a challenge off camera, or not off camera, off the ball. Oh, it was on the ball. It was a poor challenge on Tapsuba. Ooh, flashed into the box. Cleared out by Ruben Diaz. Guimaraes. Rashford. Bruno. Back into Rashford. Got Anthony inside the penalty area. Left foot strike. Bottom left corner. 1-1. We're back into the game. 42 minutes. And we're finally warming up now. Hopefully this is the start of something to come. Start of something good. As Anthony runs to the corner. Celebrates in front of the City fans. United players group up together and rejoice in the chance of actually turning this game around. And there's beautiful finish there from the Brazilian. Takes the ball under control with his right foot, opens up his body, and his left foot strike finds the bottom right corner. Luke Shaw beaten for pace somehow by a non-pacey winger. All played up the pitch. Go on, referee. Let us counter. Let us counter. Let us counter. Let us counter, ref. Let us counter. Oh, what a ball. What a ball. What a ball. Rashford put this away. Rashford put this away. He does. 2-1. 2-1 on the stroke of half time. And just like that, we flipped the game on its head in one half. Marcus Rashford, really important movement there down that left-hand side. He read the game. He read the situation. And he operated from there. Anthony bags himself a goal and an assist. And it's been a fantastic display in front of goal at the back end of this half. It is in no man's land. Ederson left alone with a lethal finisher to be wasting. Bruno Guimaraes. Højlund's come short. Get involved. Okay, we're going to go forward eventually to buy ourselves some time. Anthony. Bruno. Got Guimaraes. It's just no cutting edge. Where's Luke Shaw? Where's the overlap and run down the left? Guimaraes finds a way down the wing, finds his way to the byline. No one's there for the cutback either. It's just shocking movement. Grealish. Foden. Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes crosses it in, back post. Oh, no. Makes the catch. I would love to say comfortably, but I was very scared that he was going to fumble the ball again. Rashford. Ooh, quick 1-2 between him and Højlund. Cancelo's out of the game. Ruben Diaz has to cut across the cover. Can someone help me out with a cutback potentially? There's Anthony. Højlund. Højlund inside the penalty area. Højlund. Another cutback is on. Anthony's there. Oh, there's a block in from Akanji. 64 minutes in. I think we are playing the better football in this second half. We do need to build upon this. Maybe a change is on the cards. Maybe we give it one last opportunity and then we start thinking about bringing on some personnel. Fernandes crosses this one in. Header from Tapsuba again. It takes a... Oh, what's going on there? I think a handball is given. Is a dodgy penalty. The ball's tipped into the path of Bernardo Silva. And the referee's blowing for a penalty. He's really annoyed with that. He was on the line. That is quite mean. That is quite mean from the official. Bruno Fernandes again. Bruno Fernandes. We're probably going to be called Barchester United or Penchester United at this point. Bruno to step up against Ederson. Come on, separate us. Double the lead. The deficit is increased to 2. 3-1 is the scoreline currently. 66 minutes on the clock. Maybe it's time to start making changes. So it was a controversial decision to give a penalty, and it's been coolly dispatched off. I'm sure Pep Guardiola and his men are going to be hard done by. Look at his reaction on the touchline. He's probably got a lot to say in his post-match interview. And Rasmus Højlund is off. You guys have been waiting for this moment. Victor OSIMHEN is going to make his debut, coincidentally, in one of the biggest clashes for Manchester United. But here goes. Victor OSIMHEN is going to get his first taste of Premier League football. His first taste of a Manchester derby. We're 3-1 up currently. Probably a really good time. Throw in the new boy. Erling Haaland is going to probably have some competition for Golden Boot, even though he wasn't really competing for Golden Boot last season. There's Nuno Mendes. Oh, Haaland. Oh, he tried to play a ball to not Bruno Silva, Bernardo Silva. When Rashford turns Cancelo well. OSIMHEN. Handball ref, thank you. Decision given our way. OSIMHEN comes short. Ping pong, dinks over the top. OSIMHEN, Victor OSIMHEN. Oh, just can't get the ball under control. Well done, Malacia. Shuts him out. Victor OSIMHEN into Garnacho. Anthony on the ball. Go on, OSIMHEN. Make a run. But overlap and run from Jeremy Frimpong, which is really good. Frimpong cuts it back. OSIMHEN finds Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes in front of goal. Gets himself a brace. 4-1 is the scoreline. OSIMHEN gets himself an assist in his first appearance, his debut for Manchester United. It was a collaborative effort from the final third, and I feel like players moving out of position, making overlapping runs, did stretch Manchester City, and it definitely helped us out to get that goal for certain. Bruno Fernandes really clinical in front of goal this year. Hopefully he can bag more, not just from the spot. 4-1 is the scoreline currently. Manchester City are just looking to maybe grab a consolation, make the scoreline look a bit respectable. But the corner's wasted. We've got Garnacho making a run forward. Garnacho plays in. Victor OSIMHEN bearing down on goal on his debut. 5-1. Victor OSIMHEN has announced himself in the Manchester derby. He's adhering himself to the red side of Manchester. And look at the celebration. Look what it means to Tapsoba and OSIMHEN. And as you guys can see, he took the opportunity like it was a normal day at the office for him. Oh, Sergio Gomez bags a consolation up the other end. It's 5-2. Mirroring the scoreline from the previous game, from the previous season. 5-2, we'll take it. We'll take it. A 3-goal lead at the end of this match proves that we are the more dominant side in Manchester. Victor OSIMHEN announcing his arrival perfectly in the Manchester derby, off the bench to bag himself a goal. Captain Fantastico, Captain Magnifico, scored a goal from the spot and a goal in open play, gave himself a brace. And I feel like, yeah, we're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with this year. One thing I did forget to speak to you guys about, some of you guys were probably thinking, why didn't I sell Eriksen? The reason why I didn't sell Eriksen because last year he was very crucial, especially whenever Mount was having a bad game. You could count on Eriksen to come off the bench and play that box-to-box role as well as he could. I feel like with my midfield dynamic, it does make sense once I explain it like this. So Bruno Fernandes, he's the main creative midfielder. Behind him is Mount and then it's Eriksen. So it'll be in that exact order. We're not really considering Mount as an option for box-to-box, but he can play there. So whenever Bruno needs resting or if he's having a bad game, Mount will assume that role. Then we got Guimaraes. He's the first choice box-to-box midfielder. After that, we can have Zaire Emery as backup. We can have Mount as backup. But Hannibal Mejbri is definitely one of those guys that can sit in the box-to-box role. So you're going to see him feature from time to time, especially in cup games. When it comes to CDM, I think I've already explained it from episode 11. So we've got Casemiro as the lead in CDM, Zaire Emery as the backup as he is developing currently. And then we got Kobbie Manu, who is a year older than Zaire Emery, but he still has a lot of developing to do. So he's potentially the third choice. And if it turns out he's not good enough, we can go into the market and find someone. But we have splashed a lot of our money. So 133 deducted by 117 million means that we haven't got much to spend in January. So we're probably going to have to firm that from now to the end of the season. But I think this will do. Because even if Kobbie Manu isn't good enough as a backup, We can use Gimaresh from time to time. We could probably drop in one of our youth players. So maybe even Euro can play as a CDM. So there are options. I know the system needs players that are specialists in certain areas, but a bit of versatility doesn't hurt the squad from time to time. We've got an international break, so we've got a lot of skipping to do before we get to the Leicester City game. They are a newly promoted side, so I do back my players to go on and smash them. They are currently sitting at the very bottom, 20th place, no points in the table to our 12. We're at the very top, and we're in good form at the minute. So I'm expecting a clean sheet and expecting some goals on top of that. So far, things have dropped in pace. It's our first attempt on goal. Subot on overlap and run from the low. Nice overlap and run. Oh, lovely football there. Bruno Fernandes. What a move. What a move. Didn't expect that to transpire so quickly. But again, OSIMHEN bags himself in an assist. Bruno Fernandes arriving into that space, overlapping his striker, his number 9, providing an option. He coolly tucks it away outside of the boot finish. Look at this. Ball on the inside by Delo. I think I have to drill it in. If I don't hold R1 and drill it in, the balls on the inside are just going to be intercepted. But look at this, composed finish, even when the keeper was diving at his feet. Turn a potential tracking back scenario into getting bodies forward yet again. Raksaki, committing in the challenge too early. And they're doing that shielding the ball stuff by the byline. They get a shot off. Luckily, it goes across the face of the goal. And Onana, he did look beaten, I can't lie. We can't allow that play to happen down that side again. Half an hour played, it's still only 1-0. Things have completely slowed down since the goal. Let's go. Bruno into Garnacho. He slips in. Garnacho. Every time I mention the play slowing down, we tend to speed it back up. Garnacho cuts in. Left foot strike. And Hermansen pulls off an unlikely save. Why did Garnacho go with that technique? He just side foots it with a lot of cushion behind. I wanted power. So we're just going to skip right on to the second. Hopefully we get a bit more action. Only the goal separating the two sides. I would love for my players to create more opportunities. Ball played into the box. Rio takes it down at the near post. Again, static movement from my players. No one reacting to him receiving the ball. Might prove to be costly, but allow it to happen again. And Diddy takes a shot. Wide, really wide. I think Leicester City become really cagey since conceding. Rashford. Turn. Dewsbury Hall's on him. Oh, we've got a ball played into Gimaresh in the gap. Gimaresh plays it into the box. Head up from Garnacho. There's a save from Hermansen. He spills it into the box. It's cleared out. Referee, he's giving it in favour of Leicester City, the advantage. Gimaresh. He has Rashford down the line. Finds Rashford. Rashford's going to burst into the box. Got OSIMHEN on the ball. OSIMHEN turns. Right foot strike. Hermansen with the save. Going to play it into the centre again. Thiago Jalo gets it out. Gimaresh with the header. Followed up by Thiago Jalo again. Ooh, Jaleno flicks it over my head. Oh, referee says play on. Poor officiating. Poor officiating. That should be a free kick. But we're going to play to the whistle. Luke Shaw plays the ball into the box. Garnacho heads it down. Thiago Jalo there again. We're going to keep coming back. Keep attempting to break these guys down. Garnacho. Oh, lovely play there by the star boy. Bruno drills it into OSIMHEN. I tried to place it into the goal. Keeper gets a nice hand to that. Hermansen working heroics, keeping the scoreline respectable. Ball thrown into play. Mount. Garnacho. Garnacho has Højlund there in the centre. Højlund gets the ball into his stride. Right foot strike, and again Hermansen. I just feel like this goalkeeper's destined to put in a man of the match performance, because no matter how I hit, how much power I've got, he just steadies himself and he makes the right decision in terms of his diving choices. We've got Rashford crossing it in. Ball goes in. Head up from Zaire Emery again. This goalkeeper, I don't know what they put in this guy's food or in his water, but he's just saving everything. His concentration is at a high level at the minute. He's high alert for shots. Varane, Garnacho. Oh, goodness me. It's the choice of passes as well. Aim in for Gimaresh and you lock onto Højlund. Oh, all played forward. Oh, there we go. There we go. Mason Mount, cut back. Gimaresh, 2-0. 2-0 in the last minute, the last moments. And that's another goal from a new boy. I feel like our new signings are the difference makers at the minute. Those runs don't get made by those passages that we had last season. And the boys, they're lapping it up. We're playing lovely football. Unfortunately, we didn't break them down nearly as much as we would have hoped. But we're going to end this match potentially with a clean sheet and with a 2-goal lead. And there we go, 2-0 victory against Leicester City at home. It's an expected victory. Obviously, we played lovely stuff, just didn't take the chances. I think the goalkeeper, Hermansen, had a lovely, lovely game. I would probably give him man of the match if it wasn't for the performance of either Guimaraes or Bruno Fernandes. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see who ends up getting it. Victor Osimhen bags himself in an assist as well. Unfortunately, he couldn't grab a goal after the countless of opportunities he had. Oh, look who it is! Surprisingly, Tapsuba. I did think he had a really good game. Like, because he's a defender, you don't really notice how significant a performance like that is. But he gets man of the match, which is good. Guimaraes got a 7.8. Bruno Fernandes got a 7.4. Got quite a few sevens in the team. Okay, boys, it is time. It is time to get the Champions League underway. We're in Group A currently, and we've got Galatasaray up next. Last season in the group phase, we were 2-0 up, I think, if I can remember correctly. We were 2-0 up, and then we ended up drawing 2-2 against them, and that was a rather embarrassing result, in my opinion, in my eyes. So this time around, we want to make an example out of them. To get off to a flying start in the Champions League. We've got a lot of players who are tired after that Leicester City game, so we're gonna try to focus more on energy from the boys. Luke Shaw, he might have to firm a low fitness and no, not low fitness, like a bit of a hit in fitness and a bit of a hit in sharpness, because I do want to start him to get the campaign kicked off. Malacia, he should feature. I want Jeremy Frimpong to actually start for us in the next game. Delo is going to take the back burner in the reserves. Zai Emery is going to take his spot back on the bench. And then we're going to have Casemiro being introduced. Obviously, Victor Osimhen, our star signing, he's going to definitely have to start in that next game. But yeah, leaving Rasmus Højlund on the bench, Marcus Rashford, we need him fit. Same with Bruno Fernandes. So fitness issues do tend to continue, especially when games are only like 2 days apart. So I need to really be on top of these things, because last season I didn't understand the system, and I feel like it was hindering us with team selections going into games, whether they were big or not. I feel like yeah, you need to have your best players starting, especially when your back's against the wall. So this time around, I plan to have all my best players starting, and while we're in good form, I want to take full advantage over it. So yeah, let's get into this next game. And I already told you guys who's definitely going to feature, who's not, so I don't really need to go too in depth into this bit here, but I'm just going to quickly take a look at how they're going to set up this year. So they're still standard. They still got Zaha, still pretty much got the same faces. I don't remember seeing Dela Cruz there, so that might be a new player. They played in the playoffs. They've even got Adam Halocek. He's a guy that turns into a star striker eventually in career mode. I'm not too sure about this one, but FIFA 23. He was one of them guys that was giving me problems in Europe. So yeah, we need to be wary of them. Let's not underestimate them. I feel like we did a lot of underestimating last season, and we had egg on our face by the end of the full 90. So this time around, like I said, I want to smash them and make an example out of them. So without further ado, let's head off into this next game. Okay, Group A is underway officially, and yeah, I'm looking to start off really well compared to last season. Especially last season, we kicked off our Champions League campaign by losing, I think it was 4-2 or 5-2, 4-3. I can't remember. It was something like that. I think it was 4-2 actually against Bayern Munich. Put up a really good fight. At some point, we was ahead. Ooh, ball gets put in the box. Head up from Bruno Fernandes. Doesn't get on target. Zaha shouldn't be allowing that to happen at all. Zaha to Dela Cruz. On. Battle for the ball. I've done Bruno Fernandes. There's Anthony Osimhen. OSIMHEN bearing down on goal, takes a shot. That's goal number 1 in Europe for Victor OSIMHEN. His European debut for Manchester United. And yeah, we're off to a flying start in Group A. It started off with the press in the midfield, winning the ball back. Bruno Fernandes nicking it off a player in the centre of the park. And giving Anthony free reins to make a run forward. Slips in OSIMHEN in behind, and it's a simple finish as he bears down on goal. Musso stood no chance. Dermabe, Bowie being pressed. Ooh, oh, OSIMHEN, I thought he had Nelson, but Rashford wins the ball off of Bowie. There's OSIMHEN. OSIMHEN cuts in. Rashford takes a shot. Musso with the save. I should have put a bit more power behind that. Luckily for Galatasaray, Rashford isn't lethal that moment, or wasn't lethal. Good challenge there from Lindelof. Come on, get back into position now. Oh, Lindelof has left the gap. Icardi, Actagoglu with the shot. Oh no, stretching out a right hand. One Frimpong. Anthony, what have you done there? How have you controlled the ball and it's sprung up onto your left hand? Bruno Fernandes, to be exact. Cardi. Mauro Cardi. Oh, tries to slip in. I think that's Zaha. Actagoglu. What's... Onana, what are you doing? Actagoglu goes round on... It doesn't even go round on Onana. Onana commits before the ball's even struck. He's back to doing this nonsense. I'm telling you guys, I don't care if you guys love Onana. I'm not a sympathizer. I'm a winner. I want to win. If we've got an idiot in goal doing that, he needs to go. He needs to go. We've given him number 1. Yeah, we changed his number to number 1 because I tried to put faith in him. If he's going to continue to do things like this in this episode, we need to think about a new keeper next year. I'm not going to sit through this rebuild and have a goalkeeper hand goals and equalizes. This is not on. This is not on. 2 mistakes in this episode already. Onana, he's working against us. Trying to hit us on a break from a poorly taken free kick. And we've won the ball back. We've won the ball, but what's OSIMHEN doing? What's OSIMHEN? Show for the ball. Show for the ball. Why is he running in behind? He's offside. He continued to run. OSIMHEN does get a goal in the end. He does get a goal. We're back in the lead. 2-1. I was questioning his movement. I wanted him to wait a bit. Wait a bit until there was a clear opportunity to drill the ball into him. He just kept running until the ball was no longer on. Eventually, we end up scoring a scrappy goal. I think Gimenez might get an assist because he did tackle the player and it led to the shot of OSIMHEN. He actually scored with his back to goal. Fantastic stuff. We weren't getting goals like that last season. Referee says play on. I think Gimenez handles the ball. De La Cruz into Wilfried Zaha. And surround him. What's happened there? What's happened there? Why has he come out? What's happened there? I asked them to trigger a press. What made Jeremy Frimpong do that? Look, why has he played him on? Why has he tried to trigger an offside trap? Because that's not what I'm going to call it. Because that's not a trap. You just literally given him a goal scoring opportunity. Actagoglu again on the score sheet. And it's the fact that Luke Shaw just watches the ball go across him. That's the more disappointing thing. That's the most disappointing thing about the defending on this game. He just literally watches the ball just go across him. Doesn't stick out a leg to intercept it. It's just ridiculous. There's Bruno on OSIMHEN. Just spin him. Just fire it. Free. That's a hat-trick. That's a hat-trick for OSIMHEN. 3-2. I can't celebrate. I really can't. Because defensively, we're letting ourselves down. And it's just very noticeable. It's very noticeable. But our 100+ million pound striker again saving us and restoring the lead for the 3rd time in this match, or we're taking the lead for the 3rd time in this match, but restoring it for the 2nd time. Let's go. We're going to make some changes because I'm not liking what I'm seeing out there. Okay, so the new boy's getting a rest now. OSIMHEN, he's off for Højlund, and we are taking off Luke Shaw. Lackluster defending from him. We're bringing on Malacia. What other options do I have? Zaha. Watch this nonsense. Watch this nonsense. What is this display of defending? What is this display? Back to keeper. Back to keeper. What are you guys doing? No, seriously. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Nah, I need to berate these guys. I hope they can hear me from the touchline. What are these guys doing now? On Rashford. Referee. God, man. These guys are allowed to nick at my players' heels and get away with it. Zaha. 1 euro. What's Tapsuba doing? I don't want Tapsuba to press. I want Malacia to press. And what's up with this game and choosing the wrong guy to go and press? Why? What business do I want my centre-back, yeah, to leave his position, yeah, to go to the left of the pitch to be in someone else's business? His role is to stay in the centre and protect whatever's there, mark whatever's there. Why is he now gone to the left-hand side? Whereas Gimarej and OSIMHEN haven't really found any holes in their game just yet. Zaniola all dinked into the centre, head up. Onana's gone. Onana out. Onana out. I don't care what anyone says anymore. Onana out. Onana out. Hello check with the equaliser. Onana's out. I'm done with him. I'm really done with him. The saves that I see the opposition make, and I compare what I get with Onana. I know there's a lot of times he soaks up pressure, but there's no excuse for it. It's 3-3. Tapsuba. Euro. Switch that play to Anthony. Go on. Oh, well done, Højlund. He read that well. He read that there was an opportunity of the ball falling down to him. Oh, Bruno Fernandes tries the first-time shot. Maybe I should have took it in my stride, but any time, I'm not ignoring it for our episode. Let's go. Højlund, Rashford, up the other end. Rashford, 4-3. 4-3. You know what? Forget that. I don't care. I lost my head. I've lost my head with the gameplay. 4-3. Rashford gets the winner. We're skipping this. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous stuff from this game. It's ridiculous. I've sat down for 4 games straight and ignored random patterns of my players slowing down in the final 10 minutes when they've got full bars of energy, full fitness. Let's head off into the menu. 1-4-3. This bug is still happening. Didn't they just release a patch? What's happened? So at the moment, we are currently on top of the table, 15 points. And we're level on points with Spurs, so we're ahead by goal difference currently. It's not a lead that we can brag about, but 5 games, we won all 5 of them. We can be happy about that. We don't have to necessarily focus on the league standings at this current moment in time. I don't think it becomes important until maybe December, well, in my eyes. In terms of the Champions League, we're the only side that won in Group A. So we have 3 points. We're on top. Victoria Pleasant and Villarreal, they share 1 point. And at the bottom is Galatasaray. Okay, so far in the Premier League, our top goal scorer is Bruno Fernandes, or Bruno Penandes, as some may call him. So 6 goals in the league. Beneath him is Son, and the list does go on. Let's check out assists. So Unal for Aston Villa, top assist in the league. Clean sheets, Nick Pope for Newcastle United. Speaking of stats, let's take a look at the squad hub and check out the overall stats within the squad. So our top goal scorer is Bruno Fernandes with 8 goals, and Bruno Guimaraes is second with 4 goals. So our top goal scorers currently are central midfielders. Our attackers need to wake up a bit. We have wasted quite a lot of goal scoring opportunities with our forwards. But Victor OSIMHEN, he's actually taken to life at Old Trafford quite well, to life at Manchester United quite well. So he's got 4 goals in 3 appearances across all competitions. So that's 6 goal involvements because he's got 2 assists as well. Rashford's off to a good start in terms of stats, but I feel like his in-game performances, they're a bit wishy-washy. Sometimes he's involved, sometimes he's not. Anthony, again, performing well, 8 goal involvements out of 7 games, and then Højlund, he's got himself 5 goal involvements out of 8. Martial, he's obviously putting up numbers that you would expect from a third choice striker, 5 games and 1 goal and 1 assist, so he's still getting involved. And obviously, like I said, he's third choice, so you won't really see him feature unless it's cup games or unless there's a game where I fancy myself heavily to play well, to the point where we can rotate and take chances on players being passengers on the pitch. In terms of the next episode, because I feel like because it's a 4-game episode, we had a bit of the transfer deadline day. This video might go over time a bit. I feel like we can end it here, not waffle too much in the menu, and we can just sound out the games that we should expect to see in the next episode. So I think, really and truly, we can probably go West Ham United off camera, Queen's Park Rangers off camera, Leeds United off camera, Victoria Pleasant off camera, and then Bournemouth off camera. Regroup at Arsenal. We're going to have Villarreal right after that, and then Tottenham. I see, that's by coincidence. I haven't even looked at the next month. It just so happened to be like all the big games are happening in November. Well, most of the the good games are happening in November onwards. So yeah, look forward to seeing that. I'm going to play a couple games off camera just to speed up the season. I don't want the season to prolong. But yeah, if you've made it this far in this episode and somehow still found a way to enjoy the content, please remember to smash that like button, sub to the channel if you are new, and also hit the notification bell so you're notified when I go live, premiere video, or upload one. Yeah, I keep moving this mic around because I can't tell like what the range is to have this mic at. I'm just looking at the volume to see if I'm speaking clear enough. But yeah, hopefully I see you guys in episode 13. Take care for now. Peace.